What is up, everybody? We are back again with another video, but today we will be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be interviewing a friend of mine. She is a creator and a real estate agent, and she's out here. She's out here doing big things, and I think it's just going to be an amazing interview. So make sure you guys stick out here till the end. So without further ado, we'll get right into it. How's it going today, Breyanna? What is up?
It's doing awesome. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm just busy, the life, the creator and then this whole entrepreneur and business lifestyle it's just busy.
Yep, the creator life be hard. I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
thanks for hopping on today. I really appreciate it. I know we don't have too much time, so I just had a few questions for you, hopefully, which you can answer. And so the first one is I've gotten to know you pretty well, right? But for someone who just watches your short 30-second TikToks or your 10-minute YouTube videos, like what's your story and how do you get into creating content?
Yeah, so for me, what I always wanted to build wealth, and I wanted to figure out about investing and finance. And when I started, I didn't necessarily know how to build wealth. And so the way I went about it was by working more hourly jobs and working more hours, because that's what everybody thinks, like, oh, if I work more hours and I make more money.
Yeah,
So that's how I started. And obviously that's not the best way, because you're capped. I'm capped on how
yeah,
many hours I can
yeah.
work. But anyways, what happened with that was that at some point I did start learning about investing and investing in stocks, and I was so passionate about it that I decided to make a video about it. And so I made a video on TikTok about my very first stock investments and how I was able to go from like $200 to my first like 50K in investing in stocks.
Mhm.
And this took like a year to do, but
Yeah.
I was able to do it. And so I just filmed a quick video, and my very first video went viral. And so that kind of led the way to, I very much felt like this was what I was supposed to be doing. And
Yeah.
that made me feel confident enough to continue posting videos after that.
Yeah, and especially that rush you probably got from like just that first viral video, right? Like you get hooked. Like especially with TikTok, like they hook you with that first viral video. I mean, especially with the like, yours went kind of mega viral. So that's really awesome. And like I know you're really heavy in real estate as well. What made you get into like real estate? What made you become an agent and all that stuff?
Yeah, so I became an agent because in that time that I was working all these side jobs and working all these hours, I kept looking for ways to get more income. And one of the things that I looked for, I just
Mm.
went on like Indeed or these job searching websites, and I saw a
Yeah.
job to work for a real estate agent and to do something called be a sign runner for them. And
Okay.
so basically, when they list a property on the MLS for sale, then you need to go put out a sign, the for sale sign. So that's
Yeah.
what I got paid for. I went into an interview with him, and eventually he said, "Yep, you're hired," and it was all good. And what happened after that was that a couple months passed, and the agent I work with, he just so happened to be the number one agent in my area. It
Yeah.
was a coincidence. The guy I ended up working for Signs was the number one agent in my area, and he eventually said he got to know me and said, "Breyanna, like I think you would be a really good real estate agent. You're a people person. People enjoy talking to you. You're easy to get along with. I don't know why you don't have your license. I would 100% teach you how to be an agent if you got your license."
Hmm.
And so after that, I went ahead and looked up, okay, how do I get my license? And I saw that I could get it for $300. I said,
Yeah.
heck yeah, why not? Like, what do I have to lose, right? I'm trying to build my wealth. So
Yeah.
I got my license, and he taught me everything I know about real estate now. I'm still on the same team with him,
Mhm.
and it's been 3 years. And so that's kind of how it started though. But I've been a real estate agent for 3 years now.
That's awesome. I think like finding a mentor like that can really just propel you forward, right? I know some people, it might take them like a year to get their first sale, right? But I know for you, you got it like a lot sooner because you had a mentor. So just a big takeaway from that, you guys, is find a mentor. Like they can really cut down your learning curve and save you so much time. Even if they save you like 3 months on, something it might be, if you do it on your own, it might take you like 3 months, but if you do it with them, it might end up doing it in a month. So make sure you guys are finding mentors and stuff out there. It really, really helps. And so what would you say is the coolest thing about being a real estate agent as well as like a creator at the same time? Because, combining those two, it's a unique lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it. And I think no matter what business you're in, it's really good to have a following and a presence and an influence.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it just adds credibility, and it makes you more. I've noticed that a lot of people trust me more because I
Hmm.
document everything that I do. So I
Yeah.
don't care. I can't be hiding nothing. Everything's online. Everything I do is like posted and documented. So I think
Yeah.
a lot of people trust that even more because they see what you're doing all the time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They, if I post a video filming a house or something, then my client knows that I'm at the house and I'm actually marketing their property. Even though it's like a TikTok video, they know that
Exactly.
I'm working for them and I'm
Yeah.
actually putting in, like, they see it, they see the work. And most of the time when you hire people to do things, you don't see them doing the work, you don't see them actively doing it. It's just like you
Yeah.
see a thing delivered and you're like, oh, okay, you know. So I think it definitely helps. I've gotten a lot of leads from social media too,
Okay.
um, without even pushing. I think when you just exist and your face is more recognizable, people will go to the, when they go to buy or sell a house and they think
Mhm.
real estate, they'll go to the first name that pops in their head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
estate pops up,
That
right?
makes sense. That totally makes sense. I know a lot of agents that use like Instagram or like, TikTok now too to market themselves and get a lot more leads, right? Because initially the videos get pushed out in your close area. So it can definitely help. And I know some other creators as well that run their businesses, like physical businesses, and then they drive traffic to even their physical businesses just from their TikTok accounts. It's super cool. Um, so do you do real estate full time or is it just like a side hustle?
For me, real estate is it's not full time because there's so many things going on, but it feels full time, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I think when you have multiple income streams, everything, it's not exactly full time, the standard 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah.
I'm doing what I have to do to make the business run, just the same way I'm doing it for my vending machine business, for my social media business, for my coaching business,
Yeah.
my real estate investing business, where I'm looking for deals and flipping houses. It, they're all full time to me, right? Because I'm
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
the max I can do in each.
yeah, 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 yeah. That makes sense. I think when you're just like self-employed and like, you're an entrepreneur like you and just doing all these different things, like you're just in it all. Nothing feels like a side hustle, right? It's just like a lifestyle running all these different things. And I think you're right in the sense that it is like being an agent also is like full ass business, right? And I think creators don't get enough credit for that too, because being an agent or being a creator, these are like whole businesses, you guys. Like there's so much stuff happening on the back end. Breyanna is a creator as well, so she knows like being a creator itself, managing your social media accounts, it's a full-time thing. And there's just so many little pieces in the back end, right? You have the brand deals, you have content to create, you have taxes and accounting. Like it's a whole business. And like a lot of people don't get credit for that. And like it's really it's a lot harder than it seems, basically. So and I think Breyanna understands that really well.
Yeah, 100%. I even, you don't really know what it's like until you're in the position yourself.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they'll say, it's so easy to pop on a camera and just film a video,
Yeah.
but there's just so much more to it in the background. I mean, hours and hours of research and scripting
Exactly.
videos and filming
Exactly.
videos, buying gear, getting an editor. And most of the time, a lot of people end up hiring staff. Like we
Yeah.
literally have full, some of these YouTube channels have a full like employee payroll behind them.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
On it.
Exactly.
So,
I know Zach King has like, I think he has like more than 10 people helping him like edit his videos and stuff. So
yep.
some of these big YouTubers have just these massive teams because yeah, like I said, it's a full-time thing. And now like personally, I've also started to hire people. I got an editor. I'll probably be hiring an agent for myself, like yeah, it's like you need people because you can't run a business alone, right? Like Brianna said. So what would you say is the most challenging thing about being a creator as well as an agent?
It's just time management. I think with being an agent, no matter what you do, even if you're self-employed, you still work for somebody. So
Mhm.
for me, as a real estate agent, I am self-employed, but I work for my clients,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Even as a personal trainer, right? Or you're self-employed, but you have clients that keep your
yeah.
business running. No matter what you do, you're providing a service, a good, something, entertainment with TikTok, whatever it is, you're providing something. And so I think when you have multiple income streams that are self-employed or they're a business like that, then everything's always demanding your time. And you
Mhm.
never know when it's going to demand your time. Something can
Yeah,
go wrong. I have clients calling me, oh, I have a brand who needs this video posted immediately. Oh, I have this going on here and this going on here. So I
yeah.
definitely time management. But the main reason is because it's really hard to have a set schedule when things are constantly being thrown at you.
Mhm. Mhm. That makes sense. There's like new fires that you got to put out basically every day, right? I've been feeling that too. I feel like there's a new problem that you have to solve yourself every day, and it can be tough. Yeah, the time management can be tough, and like just being a creator, these social media platforms are built for people to stay on the platform, right? So even you as a creator, like when you might be doing research or when you might be ideating, like you might open the app just to record, like for TikTok, and you will get stuck on the For You page, right? So like managing your time can get pretty difficult as a creator, I feel like. And I know like a lot of people have a steady paycheck, but income can be very inconsistent when you are self-employed like you and I. How is it like managing your finances, like as a creator and a real estate agent where you don't necessarily have like a steady paycheck?
Yeah, so what I do is I automate my whole life. So
Okay.
what I've seen that works for me is out of sight, out of mind. I get a paycheck, I pay the bills first off. I take
Mhm.
care of the expenses, but anything else, maybe I'll keep a little bit of money to just,
Mhm.
survive throughout the week and stuff, if I want to get some Chipotle or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, it'll all go to an emergency fund and to investing. And
Okay.
so once I do that, it's really easy to have self-control with my spending, because a lot of these, when I transfer the money, I'm making it harder for me to get access to it again. Like it'll be
Yeah.
another, if I do want to take that money, it'll take 5 days, 3 to 5 days for it to transfer. And by that point, I don't even want it anymore. Like maybe I'm making an
Yeah.
impulsive decision to buy something. Well, oh, I can't really do that because it's gonna take 5 days to transfer to my.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's such a good advice right there. Just like automate your stuff, you guys. I think the average American can't even afford a $1,000 emergency. I don't know what it was, like 60% can't, but like simply just automating will keep you disciplined, right? Because it'll just automatically do it. Then you'll know what you can spend or what you can't spend. So highly recommend doing that through, some whatever. There's a bunch of apps out there. There's Mint that helps you kind of look at your budget. And then there's also like you can automatically set things from your bank account as well to get deposited into say like a brokerage or to your savings. So I highly recommend doing that and then budgeting and figuring that out. And what would you say is the best tip for someone wanting to get started in real estate, like in your opinion?
The best tip for getting started in real estate is really finding a mentor.
Okay.
I think, like we talked about earlier, about how finding someone to help you learn a skill is so valuable because it could save you months and years of time that you would have spent trying to
Yeah.
learn the same skill. I
Yeah.
Even if you're, the thing is, when you join a team, so that's what I'd recommend. I'd recommend joining a team that's already has a top producing agent. And even though you're going to get a pay cut, because now half of your part of your commission is going to need to go to them, 100% of zero is still zero. If you were by yourself and you were getting zero deals, you'd be making zero money. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I rather work with somebody and give them a cut and make some money than it take me a year or two before I make money because I'm trying to figure it out on my own.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's such good advice, you guys. Like, would you rather make zero or would you rather make at least something, right? And then where to from here, Brianna? Like, what are your plans going forward?
So I want to get more into real estate investing. So
Okay.
my goal right now is to eventually, I want to be a solo independent agent so I can work more on my personal brand, because
Mhm.
I think personal branding is so important.
Yeah.
Um, and so that's something that I'm thinking about right now, and figuring out how to get the pieces together to make that happen. But my ultimate goal is to be a full-time real estate investor. And so anything else I do apart from that is to fund my real estate investing. So
Mhm.
that's the ultimate goal, and that's what I'm working
Yeah.
towards. I'm qualified. I'm looking for property right now, and man, like this market is just difficult. I put in offers on five or six duplexes, and I've been beat out by all of them, even if I offer
Wow.
30K over list price.
Wow. That's actually insane, dude.
So I'm getting at it. I flipped the house. I've already done a flip. So that was my first real estate investing journey, and it went so well. I loved it. But now I want to get into some long-term rentals and do that too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. So you're basically trying to buy a duplex that you can rent out to other people and get like a nice steady income stream from, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
that's something I want to do as well, but I'm just not like I just haven't stepped my foot in that area yet. But once I do, I feel like it's gonna be a lot easier. Like you've done your first property, so now it's a lot easier to do more things in real estate. So but yeah, thank you so much. I think you gave some really good advice and tips. And yeah, guys, if you found value in this video, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out Brianna. I'll link her channel and some of her videos in the description, but she has some amazing content on like real estate, vending machines, personal finance, similar content to mine, right? But yeah, highly recommend checking her out. And yeah, that'll be all for today. Again, hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and I'll see you guys next week.